This is a great question and deserves a video replay. Are sci-fi writers visionaries, or is sci-fi self-fulfilling prophecy? And I think the answer, like most things, is both. And yes, the people who create tech tend to love sci-fi, and also sci-fi writers are just smart and they see where tech is going. So of course it makes a lot of sense that things like AI and robotics and the ethics and the actual sociality of how they get integrated into our lives has been thought out by these writers. But the other half of it that I think is true is that there is a magic to books that is a magic with a K at the end. A true tapping into something that is super normal to what we would even guess. If you read Robert Anton Wilson, he talks about this. Jeffrey Kripal does as well. Jeffrey Kripal is a great example of this writer who was writing a scene where a woman in an LA apartment gets taken by an armed robber. And he describes the scene exactly. And as he puts down the pen, he hears his wife make a small cry in the other room, and he goes in, and it is the exact scene that he just wrote with the exact same weapon and the make of the person, and it resolved okay. But he, for months, was scared to put pen to paper because of what happened. And there is so much history of writing being magic, of writing creating things in the world. And I think one of the great examples is, again, Robert Heinlein, who I've been talking about a lot lately. In his books, they create a machine that not only goes through time, it also goes through dimensions. And they start exploring all the different dimensions. And it turns out any large body of literature that a whole bunch of humans are invested in, that universe really exists. So they go to the land of Oz, and it is fantastic, as you would guess. There's a number of sci-fi and fantasy worlds that they can travel to. And the idea that all of us being so invested in this, the idea that magic works by attention and intention. And so you have all of these people creating fan fiction and putting a tremendous amount of energy into creating these worlds. They become true somewhere, I hope, I guess, I pray. And maybe we will figure out a way to travel there, or maybe we just get the funness of knowing that they exist. Of course, this leads to the obvious supposition, which is we are somebody else's novel. And perhaps our entire universe exists for a love story that we've even forgotten. Our Romeo and Juliet might be some modern story that a couple of people know, but it's the reason that our entire universe exists because it's a great book in some other universe.